I can't think of it. I can just keep playing, but I don't know how we're going out of time. I'll keep playing.
It's so good.
Okay. Let's see. Y'all let her hear it. That was awesome. So we're gonna keep this moving along. Your next performer, she is a poet. This is some poetry that she wrote. So I want you guys to get all excited. I want y'all to turn those listening ears on and get those hands a clapping. Let's get it going. Give it up for Kira.
Thank y'all. I want to say that my art was just a very important part of my transition and finding myself, and I wanted to share one of those poems with y'all that really meant a lot to me. The knot unfurls. We are told and we see a world through our own eyes and the eyes of others. It makes a web and tangles a knot. The knot, it twists and wraps and binds. Hard to think, hard to breathe. Can I break it? Can I be free? A thought pulls a thread, a friend pulls another, a word, a story, a feeling. The knot loosens. Art shows visions of what could be. The knot loosens. Friends are found and thoughts are shared. Breath, life, excitement flow out from that tangled web. Questions arise, fears arise, but I can breathe. I can start to see the knot that bound me. I can start to see the strings and pull and tug. When we are unbound, where will it lead? Will we find out together? We will untangle the knot, one thread at a time. We will break free from the web and breathe the fresh air of freedom. We will see the world with new eyes and create a new future together.
Y'all let her hear it. Y'all, this is so beautiful. We're scratching the surface of what we can expect tonight, and we've already had comedy, we've had music, we've had saxophone, that's also music, we had more poetry, we had storytelling. Trans people were so fucking talented. I'm so thankful you guys are sharing y'all stories with us today. Thank you. We're gonna keep this moving on along. Your next performer, she's amazing. I want y'all to put all the hands together. Let's get excited, make all the noise, and give it up for Izza.
It's actually Issa, by the way.
Hi, Issa.
Okay, so I was flipping back and forth on whether or not to do something that is technically demanding or would resonate with you guys, and I opted for the latter. This is. Have you guys ever written a song and then like years later realized what the song is actually about? So this is the first song that I wrote on the ukulele. You all will recognize that this is not a ukulele, I hope. I did not come prepared, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, this song is about dysphoria. It's called Is Anybody Listening?
Y'all let her hear it. Goosebumps. This is beautiful. Y'all, we're gonna keep this show going on along. Your next performer, I want y'all to give them so much love. It is Julian. They're gonna be the first time doing stand-up comedy. Let him hear it.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Julian, and as I was so lovingly introduced, this is my first time doing stand-up, which I know that's surprising to many people because you have to look down to talk to me typically, but no, I promise I am standing up, I assure you. And actually, as it turns out, I happen to luck out on the holy trinity of genes that make you a short guy with curly hair. I'm part Italian, I'm part Jewish, I was raised in the Shire. And another reason why I'm actually probably pretty short is because I was one of those sickly kids. I have a long history of food allergies. For one period, for several years in like middle school, I was allergic to gluten, corn, soy, nuts, beef, pork, peanuts. There was a lactose allergy in there as well. And the number one question that I get when I tell people is, so what do you eat? Which is a fantastic question. And the answer to that is actually my diet during that time was pretty indistinguishable from that of a Berlin resident in 1945. I mean, what I used to do was I would make gluten-free mac and cheese, but no milk, no cheese. You would just put tomato sauce on it. My dad would cook turkey burgers, but there would be no seasoning. Not because I was allergic to seasoning, he was just white. And so needless to say, I have a very strange relationship with food. But as it turns out, so I'm come from a kind of theologically mixed family. So my dad is a lapsed Catholic, my mom is a lapsed Jew, which means I mostly just grew up believing in myself, I guess. And it's actually a pretty good thing, I think, that I'm not Catholic, because the Vatican, they put out a statement a few years ago saying that communion wafers could not be gluten-free. It was not allowed, which means I wouldn't be able to take communion, which implies, and I haven't read either of the testaments, but it implies Jesus was glutinous. And I think that's really interesting, because I know, he's an important character, so I've heard, and, he takes up a bit of space in the testaments, but I would put money on it. I would put money on it that he was probably not described as doughy or stretchy or glutinous. I mean, it seems a little bit strange, but yeah, I was thinking about it, and it does make sense. Because I always thought, with the crucifixion, sorry to get blasphemous, but with the crucifixion, it always seemed a little overkill to me that they also nailed the feet. Because you got the hands nailed. He's not going anywhere, right? He's stuck. He's not going anywhere. And so I feel like the only implication is that if he actually was glutinous, because, if he's stranded up 10, 20 feet and he's hanging there, if he's a doughy lad, he's stretching. Gravity is gonna stretch him. And lo and behold, you have a crucified Jesus with his toes touching the ground, taking him down from the cross. He looks a bit like a stop-motion Tim Burton character at the end of it. And I don't think that would be very well accepted by the church. But I said I am Jewish, and one holiday that I do have in the bag is Passover. Now, for those of you who need a refresher on Passover, that's when the Israelites were getting out of Egypt. It was the Exodus, and they didn't have time to let the bread rise before baking it, so they baked it prematurely, and that's how you get matzah, the flat bread. And so Jews eat that during Passover. Over the several days, you're not allowed to eat leavened bread. And let me tell you something. One constant about gluten-free bread, one inalienable constant, is that much like jeans in the early 2000s, that shit does not rise. You will never find a bread less leavened than any gluten-free bread. And so 1 week, I'm on year 22, 23. It's not that hard. And when you got the image of the Israelites going through Egypt, and they make it to the end at Canaan after 40 years, and during those 40 years, they're eating unleavened bread called manna, which was like handed down from God. So they reach the end of the 40 years of eating unleavened bread, and they look like grizzly, haggard, like 100 years old. I'm on year 23 of unleavened bread, and I look 15. And the math, and some might say it's the testosterone, but I have my doubts. And it is just a wildly ridiculous math going on there. And so, but there is actually officially sanctioned gluten-free matzah. And so it's kind of interesting that the one holiday that I'm allowed to like legally partake in to the fullest extent, I'm just having more cardboard bread. I wish it was like another holiday where, you know, a little more exciting, a little more fun gluten-free food, but I'll take what I can get. And so the really kind of the end point of this set here is to please check in on your gluten-free friends because they are eating cardboard. Thank you very much for your time.
Let them hear it. When he was talking about how Jesus was like a Tim Burton stop motion character, I was like, oh, Jesus and I have the same gender. Wow.
First, I just wanted to show you all one of my cats. His name is Tony. We've had him he's probably like a year old as of like this month. We found him in our neighborhood like maybe a week after I got my boobs done. One of the lovely gentlemen who contributed to that happening. You ever had a 70-year-old man sucking on your titties and then he pauses, he goes off, and then he's like, you know, I was a breastfed baby myself. His name is Carson. He'll just say really funny shit. It's like, yeah, I'm a Scorpio, so you know I've got a dark side. Well, I just like talking about Carson. My talent is the sound of water. Wait, there's more. Wait. All right. Thank you. Now I have to pee.
Y'all, let her hear it. I didn't even know that was a talent, and here I am like, I could never do that. That was so cool. We're gonna keep this moving on along. Your next performer, he's hilarious. He's a stand-up comedian. I want you to make all the noise right now. Start clapping, get excited, get hyped up for Derek Zakari.
My first time ever getting the guts to do stand-up comedy, and so I'm agender, two-spirit, and yeah, I know what y'all are thinking. This is all cultural appropriation. Motherfuckers, I am a registered citizen of the Cherokee Nation in Oklahoma. This is what colonization looks like, okay? But I just moved here about 2 years ago from Houston, Texas, and oh my God, you guys have seasons. Like real seasons. We get like one night in Houston where it's cold, and that's Halloween night, so they just had it. The rest, we just have summer. It's 100 degrees, 100% humidity the rest of the year, and that's it. But I got here and I was like, holy crap, this is what fall's supposed to be like? They said, no, it's fucking winter, bitch. Like, oh, okay, I didn't realize it got that cold. I just thought it got that cold in fall. I thought it was supposed to get colder. But the most problem I had was with the driving. Because see, in 2007, I did the world a favor and let my license expire. You're welcome. I have ADHD and I have insomnia, and I also was not on my Adderall at the time, so it was a huge favor, and I think I deserve some kind of Nobel Peace Prize for that, but that's another thing. But then I got here. Y'all got, like, you guys gotta have brass balls balls, Jesus Christ. Like, y'all don't give a fuck at all. Like, I'm talking bull-sized testicles on y'all. Like, I'm not kidding. And I'm not talking this shit about, it's 2:30 in the morning. I've been at this red light for 15 minutes. Nobody's around. I'm gonna fucking run it. No, I am talking. I have the green light. It is noon. And I got a dude that literally pulls an illegal left turn on me. That's not the clincher. The cop behind him fucking followed. Didn't do shit. Like, oh my God. Like, and why do those your yellow lights, why do they last so long? I don't understand this, because in Houston, I would get hit if I went through a yellow light, but here, I got room for 5 people behind me to run the fucking light. Like, holy crap. Not only that, like, your roads. When I first got here, I took a wrong turn. I am used to Houston. It's set up like a grid. So I thought, I'll just make 3 right turns and end up right back where I started. No. Y'all, I ended up in fucking Florida. And I'm sorry, but as a queer, college-educated, assigned female at birth person who has had a hysterectomy, that was not the Deliverance style vacation I thought it might be, and I was not prepared for it at all. Oh my God. Have y'all actually had to, like, tell your parents something and you never really know how that's gonna go? Are they gonna scream at you, yell at you, ground you? Shit, I'm 48. Could they actually do that? Like, I'm an ambivert, so like my extroverted side is like terrified of that idea, but my introverted side is like, let's go, ground me, let's go. I don't want to see nobody. But yeah, I'm also autistic, so I did not know the proper social protocol of how to tell your mom that you wanted to look into the BDSM community and you needed a ride to your first munch. So I lied. I'm a shit liar, y'all. I don't remember what I said to this person, that person, and that person, and so when she grilled me on it, I crumbled. I crumbled so fast like a fucking Oreo. It was on the floor. I was done. And I finally was like, she looks at me, she's like, you can tell me anything, right? And I was like, I want to check out the BDSM club in Houston. My mom is 70 years old. How do you tell that woman that? She looks at me and she's like, your timing really sucks. Well, you're 70, Mom. How am I supposed to tell you this? I'm afraid I'm going to give you a heart attack right now. She's like, oh, no. I just deleted 4 gigs worth of BDSM porn off my computer and I could have totally given it to you. Why? Like, y'all, when I tell you I had so many questions and I was afraid to ask them all. But first of all, I need to know why she had that much. Apparently, she was part of a live journal group with a bunch of old ladies that just were like very into queer as folk. And when the show went off the air, these old biddies thought it was a great idea to just get into posting gay porn. And my mother, who hoards office equipment for no fucking reason, decided she's gonna archive this. So if somebody needed that, porn about bearded bear barebacking some skinny twink, she had options. So okay, fair, I get that. Mom, why did you delete it all? She was going through colon cancer at the time. She looks at me, he's like, I'm about to go to surgery for colon cancer. Don't worry, she's fine. She said, but if I die on the table, she's extra like that, and your dad has to go through that, I'm gonna take his ass with me. Okay, yeah, I get that, no problem. But I didn't expect this to be what would bring us together as far as like sharing dirty memes left and right over text. Because my mom's old, like she sits there and she's like, if you send me a link, send it in email because I don't have Wi-Fi. Yeah, you do, you're on the Wi-Fi. Well, I don't have internet. You're on the Wi-Fi. You have internet, yes. So anyway, she loves those things everybody. That's my time and y'all have a good night.
Y'all let them hear it. I want to take a boomerang of this right quick. So guys, can y'all say cheeseburgers? is beautiful. Let me see if it's good. Okay, what do y'all think? Is that good? We're good? Okay. What do you think? Okay, you? I'm gonna go one by one around the room, okay? What about you?
I blinked.
Oh, okay, I gotta take another. She blinked. All right, say cheeseburgers.
Really bad.
Did you blink?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're keeping it. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me either. All right, we're gonna keep this show moving on along. Your next performer, I want you guys to you're gonna be hearing some poetry. I want y'all to put your hands together, get excited, make all the noise, and give it up for Kai.
Hello. Hi, I'm Kai. I know what you're thinking, another trans person named Kai. I'm so sorry. Kai Tegan actually means little sea poet. I don't remember in what language, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna be reading 2 poems. Yeah. Okay. Sweet curator. We swap glances across the gala. Stealing smiles behind pillars of white. I'm crazy, so I'm already imagining your hand in mine and the possibilities of making you smile. I idealize you. I don't even know you, but I want to. I wonder what you're thinking. Maybe you're not even gay. Maybe you don't think I am? I know you are. Your gay mullet and mom jeans, the circle golden edged glasses, your soft lips. I fall in love with strangers. People that I don't see every day, ones I don't even know, the trans mask on the plane, the sweet bi girl at the library. Maybe one day I'll catch their eye like how they catch mine. Maybe we hit it off, maybe we don't. But dear curator, at this moment, you have my attention. I move toward the turnstile and forget you exist. Just another art piece in the museum. Okay. I know the way to your house like the back of my hand. A line that goes across my hand horizontally and connects with my thumb. The calluses around my thumb, indicators of the nights I lay awake, wondering where you've gone. When I type sorry in my phone, the next recommended word is your name. I drove past your house last night. In an erratic nostalgia, craving some sort of proximity to you. Your house is up for sale now. A chapter of memories closing, the nights I lay awake with you, tracing the freckles on your back. Forever live in my mind, inscribed into the hard drive of my heart. I put it away with lock and key. You are the last part of my childhood that I refuse to let go of. You are the part of my childhood I will never forget. I remember when we fell in love. Music blasting in the background, room full of people, but all I saw was you. I honed into your energy, hoping you'd take a chance on me. We part ways. I felt like I had been ran over by a bulldozer and dragged till I went numb, my insides peeling out of my window pane. Pain inexplicable, quite unfathomable. My first heartbreak was losing myself to you. Thank you.
Yo, let Kai hear it! How are we doing so far? Are we having fun? Yeah! Awesome, awesome. I was remembering something backstage. We keep talking about like when we come out and stuff, and I was thinking about like when I came out as bisexual in high school. One of my classmates had asked me if I was really bi or just staying up for attention. And I was like, both, obviously. I wasn't just gonna pick one, that's like our whole thing. I don't even know if I like boys and girls. I think I just want as many people as possible to like me. Leave it to a bisexual to be a both sides comedian, am I right? We're gonna keep this moving on along. Your next performer, when this performer told me her talent, I got so excited. I can't even begin to describe it. It's so cool. Guys, I want y'all to make all the noise right now. Oh, one more announcement. Cassie, we are waiting for you in the green room. So, Cassie, I want y'all to make all the noise for Moss doing a Carl Weezer impression. Let her hear it. What's up? Yeah, so how are we feeling tonight? I have a little bit of practice doing this. I mean, I know it's not super impressive. And I also threw my voice out a little bit cheering for my amazing sister, April. She was pretty cool. But I do get some practice because I like to sit in my room and stare at the wall and talk to myself a lot. And that can happen, you know. I do have a joke. I do have at least one joke. So y'all know... Sorry. It's just such a funny joke. I can't even... Oh, it's so bad. Okay, so you guys know Fall Out Boy? Fall Out Boy is a band. They have some music. And there's this guy. You guys know the guy. It's Pete Wentz. You know, give a little round of applause for Pete Wentz. But Pete Wentz is real cool. But the joke is, you guys know Pete Wentz? Where did he go? Now, if you don't get the joke, I can explain the joke because it's a little complex. Basically, the joke is the Pete Wentz. His last name is Wentz. Sorry, I've got snot running down my nose. It's pretty funny. So, Pete Wentz. His last name is Wentz. And the joke, the punchline is, where did he go? Because, thank you, April. Because it's like he went, and it's like, where did he go?
Carl, can you sing a song?
I've got a couple songs that I know by heart. I can sing a Fall Out Boy song. It's pretty topical. It's this song that goes like, where is your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman. Maybe he won't find out what I know. Good thing about this part of town. Yeah. April, can you ask me a question?
What's your favorite nutraceutical?
Yeah, I love nutraceuticals. My cat synthesizes nutraceuticals. And that's the same cat you saw earlier when my sister April was performing. His name's Tony. He's got a lab in our basement. And he makes nutraceuticals. My favorite one is digesterone. And y'all who take progesterone might know that one. Or it might sound similar. Digesterone's cool. I like Fungerol. Tony's dream is coming to life. If you want to support him, go to TonyTony.com /WWE. Oh shoot, I gotta go. Bye.
Y'all let Carl Weezer hear it. That was such a good Ben Shapiro impression. I have a question for you. I'm curious. I guess this is crowd work, whatever. So you're filming. Are you doing freelance?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I love it. You just decide, hey, I want to come film this, go document this.
I'm also performing, so.
Oh, heck yes. Oh, I love
Whole
it.
thing.
Is this your talent? Are you going to bring the camera on stage and point it that way? Or?
I can too. I can do that too.
You don't have to. I'm not trying to dictate. I was just curious, okay?
You look great in 4K.
I know I do.
Good.
Are you implying I don't look great in 1080p?
No. You look even better in 4K.
Oh, so I'm not as good in 1080p.
Well, only if you tell yourself that.
No, you were telling me that. I'm just messing with you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for filming. What's your name?
I love you. My name's Lola.
I love you. My name's Lola. We've met before, right, Lola?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. Hey, I'm just gonna catch up with Lola. Can y'all be cool? What's up, Lola?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
Having a great night. I'm excited to be back here again. You do a wonderful show.
Thanks. What model camera is that?
That's a Z30.
It's a what?
Nikon Z30.
A Nikon Z30? Y'all know what that is?
It's fancy.
Someone just yelled out a camera. It's a camcorder, okay? We're gonna keep this moving on along. Your next performer, she is an amazing guitarist. I want you to put your hands together. I want y'all to make some noise right now. Get excited and give it up for Cassie.
Hi everyone, I'm Cassie. Hi. I was planning to play a song, and I realized that it's a very long song, and it wasn't practical for me to play the whole thing because I'm a beginner. So I'm going to play a short version of it with a couple of quotes that kind of, my favorite quotes, that kind of share how I'm feeling lately. So sorry. I thought despite everything.
Go Cassie.
Still me. And I'm happy because everyone loves me. Thank you so much.
Y'all let her hear it. Did it too. What? Oh, okay. So I don't know how this works. But, okay, that was amazing. Y'all, let her hear it one more time. All right, we're gonna keep this show chugging along. Your next performer, we're gonna be hearing them do some poetry. So I want y'all to get excited, get those clippy clappers a clapping, get them clippy clappers a clapping, and give it up for Evan.
Hey friends. So I work in healthcare, and after working in healthcare, it's hard to watch like medical dramas because everything's just very wrong. So one day I was watching like Grey's Anatomy or something, and it got me thinking about all the other things that the rest of the world gets wrong about us. So in the TV shows, I'll get it wrong about what the heart can do, what the heart is capable of once it stops beating, the electricity, the shock doesn't work if the heart isn't working. I sit alone in my apartment and grieve the loss of all that life, jolted through the body and going nowhere because I too know what it is to be full of being and remain quiet, still, unmoved. I sit alone in my apartment where I know I'm safe, where there are no faces to analyze, no glares to avoid, no exits to memorize, no praying that it was an engine backfire or that the screaming is with anything but excitement. This is what survival looks like. I'm full of life and paralyzed by it. Unmoved by joy because the need to be prepared for anything and everything is all-consuming, and so I mourn the loss of all that life, ready and waiting to be seen. Thrumming through every inch of this body, terrorized by terror itself, there is a name. For when the heart knows it should be pulsing but can't. The impulse, the desire is all there, but just not enough. Not enough to make it work the way it should, and I mourn for the heart that longs to swell beyond itself, reaching out with every intent to share warmth and nourishment with all the rest, and all the rest can't hear her. And what a name to be given. To be known as something that only wants to be alive but cannot shake itself into being the right way. Unable to be heard, so instead remains alone and becomes one with the silence because the only thing that can bring her back into communion with the others is another's hands. And what a name to be given. To be known as something that wants so bad to live but cannot do it on its own, cannot do it without another's hands breaking ribs to the beat of a song you have always hated, to have life shoved into you that is not and will never be yours. What a name. What a destiny to be handed. To dream of others' warmth and it arrives with shattered bones and brute force, and still we keep dreaming in spite of fingers interlocked with fists and all that pressure to beat differently. How holy are we? The ones that dream of warmth and keep it churning in our chests until we find another who holds our tender and misfiring hearts with open palms and gratitude. Until we find the bodies that know silence and sit with you in it, instead of demanding noise when there is nothing else to give, because sometimes you have nothing else to give. And what a gift to sit and rest without shame, to begin again only once you are ready, to pulse with meaning instead of out of habit or expectation, to move with intention alongside those who have found communion in redefining what not enough means in the first place. As if there's any way to beat wrong, to live true, to be full of being, as if this tender, misfiring heart is anything but a goddamn miracle.
Y'all, let them hear it. Also, I want to make a quick reminder. So this is a completely what's the phrase? Grassroots. Thank you. I don't do public speaking. Thank you. All this came together because I just had I put this on credit card. I work in a call center. I don't make good money, and it's completely, I rely on you guys making the contributions. So if you have the capacity, no pressure. Our donation things are right there. At Trans Talent Show on PayPal and Venmo, no Cash App. I'm banned from Cash App. It's a long story. Y'all too. So please, if you have the capacity, I'd love to be able to keep doing this. This is like one of my favorite things I have going on in my life. So please, would love y'all's support. I won't do like that'll be my only donation spiel. I'm not gonna be like every other performance, hey, give me the money. So that's the spiel. Anyways, we're gonna get your next performer up here. We got our first duo of the night. We have a musical duo. They've done this show before. They're both extremely talented. I want you to put your hands together. I want y'all to get excited. You can give it up for Em and Gracie.
We just need a minute. We're DX by DT. Hello, we're DX by DT. Wild friends, right here on your hands. Hopes this never ends. I'm a ghost, make a toast, I'm prose, pass forever. This endeavor never ends. Ever is red, ever, ever is red, ever, ever is red, never, ever blue. It's that green, white, and blue, that mix of yellow and you, that amber honey color of the sky. Watch me fly so high. You've got too many pens. Right here you have some timeless wild friends. Around your hands, your hope it never ends. When ghosts make a toast on prose, pass forever. This endeavor never ends. Ever is red, ever, ever is red, ever, ever is red, never, ever blue. It's in between night and day, the mix of yellow and gray, with precious sodium tunnel eyes, heroed on the prize, surprise. but never ever blue.
Thank you. We're DX by DT.
Y'all let them hear it. So good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna keep this moving on along. And also, I want to do a quick reminder. So I know we see all the Instagram handles flying there. I'm doing my best to take an Instagram boomerang of all the performers. So if you hop in my stories and you want to look someone up, you should give them all a follow and give them that support. So and again, my handle is Lauren Jones Comedy. Follow me, please. I need the dopamine. All right, who we got next? Okay, she's funny. She's done this before. I want y'all to put all your hands together. I want y'all to get so excited right now. Come on, come on, come on, and give it up for Chris Dyke.
Hey y'all. Yeah, I really was born with the last name Dyke. And one thing that I know for sure, after growing up like this, with a last name like that, is that God does have a sense of humor. And it's also why I'm an atheist. I was raised Catholic, so just throw that into the little mixed pool going on. And when I stopped believing, I was like, I'm agnostic. I didn't put a lot of thought into it. I was like, not knowing. And I was talking to a friend who's an atheist lifelong, and he's like, well, you know what an atheist is? And I'm like, what? He goes, well, it's an agnostic without balls. So after my next trip to the surgeon, I'm gonna be agnostic. So I came out at 48, and it's pretty interesting, a lot of things that happened to me. So one night I was out in the club, and this little kind of petite woman comes up to me and asks if she can buy me a drink. It's kind of shocking. Never happened to me as a guy. And so we're drinking, and she's like, do you want to dance? I'm like, sure, we're talking. I'm like, hey, I'm in a monogamous relationship with a woman. And she's like, I don't care, you're really cool. So we're talking and dancing, and at the end of the night, I'm like, I'm gonna go home. And she goes, I'm gonna leave too, do you mind walking me to my car? So I'm like, sure. And we get to her car, and she's like, do you want to sit inside? Let's just keep on talking. I'm like, oh, cool, So I get inside, kind of wedge myself into the door in a tiny little car. And while I'm getting myself inside, she's doing like in the car gymnastics or parkour or something. Because when I shut the door, she's sitting in my lap, straddling me, facing me. And I'm like, whoa, hey, I thought we were just gonna talk. And she says, no, I want you to fuck me. I'm like, well, wait a sec. I told you I'm in a relationship. And she said, I don't care. I want you to fuck me. All right, so she doesn't respect that I'm in a relationship. Is she gonna respect me in the morning, No. But, so, I'm like, well, you said you're a lesbian, and I still have all my original equipment. And she says, I don't care. I want you to fuck me. So here and I'm thinking, like, how do I get out of this situation, And I'm like, well, and the whole time she's leaning in, trying to kiss me and everything, and I'm pushing her back. I'm like, oh, well, look, I don't have a condom. And she kind of looks at me, she looks me up and down, she goes, I bet you're clean. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't fuck people in their car right after I meet them, So I'm like, all right, that's not gonna work. And she's leaning in further again. I'm like, how the fuck do I push her off to the other side of the car and get out of here? And as she's leaning in, all of a sudden she hits the seat back, so it flops totally back down. And now she's sitting on top of me, and I can only see one of her hands, because the other one's holding my original equipment. And I'm like, so I can't do this until I pee. Like, I have to pee or I can't get hard. And she looks at me, she's like she doesn't believe me. I'm like, look, is anything happening down there? She's like, no. I'm like, look, I used to be a raft guide. I pee outside all the time. Not a problem. There's a tree right there. Give me a sec, I can do it. And she's like, and then you'll fuck me? And I'm like, yeah, you know. So she rolls over to the other side of the car. I wedge myself out. I grab my purse and I run like a motherfucker. And I hear her start the car and she squeals the tires leaving. She's so pissed. If anybody knows Andrea, tell her that I'm single now. And I've got plenty of condoms. That's actually a true story. So back in 2016, Georgia was doing the whole religious freedom bill, which is really the bathroom bill, so that people have to use the bathroom of the gender they're assigned to with at birth. So it's about people like me. And it's always about wanting to keep the children safe. So, and I totally get that. You know, so one day, this couple comes up to me back then, and they got a little kid behind them, and they're like, if they don't, if they let people use the gender, the bathroom that they want, we're going to keep our kid home from school because we want to keep our kids safe. And as a parent and as a trans person, I agree with them 100%. Because in the 2015-2016 school year, in the state of Georgia, over a dozen teachers were arrested for having sex with students. So school might not be the safest place for your kid. Or church, especially if you're raising them Catholic. Or Boy Scouts, or Penn State football camp, the U.S. women's gymnastic team. There's a lot of fucking places where kids are being, horrific shit's happening to kids. In that same time period, the number of trans people arrested for molesting anybody anywhere in this country was 0. So maybe we should put our focus where the problem really is, And I explained this to this couple, and you can see kind of like the relief that they get, realizing that trans people really may not be the problem. And I look at them, and as a parent, you can be really blind to your own kid. I own that. And I look at them, I'm like, I promise you, you can send your kid to school, you can send them to church, you can send them to camp, your child's gonna be safe. Nobody is gonna touch your child. And they look at me just like in disbelief. And like, well, how can you say that? And I look at them, and I look at the kid, and I look back, and I'm like, your kid's too fucking ugly. Thank you.
Y'all let her hear it. How we feeling? We feeling loosey-goosey? Yeah, the one person, we're loosey-goosey, Lauren, just bring up the next performer. We were gonna do an intermission around this time, but we have 6 performers left, so I'm thinking we just plow through it. Are y'all good with that? Shout it out, we'll do an intermission if y'all want to. What do y'all think?
I love getting plowed through.
Okay, if you want an intermission, make some noise. If you want to plow through the rest of the performers, make some noise. I've been drinking lots of water. I get a break whenever they come up here. How about, I know some of us need to run to the restroom, whatever. How about like a 10-minute intermission? What time are we at?
9:44.
Thank you. I was asking, thank you. All right, so how about we get this puppy back up and going at 9:55? We'll do an 11-minute. By the way, if you need something to do during the intermission, we have a table over there from Dynamic Eldorado. They are very generously giving 20% off to everyone here today, to any of their shows. They are a comedy club. I should have led with that. So 20% off on all their shows and classes and workshops. They do improv and sketch also. So check them out, and I'll see y'all soon. Moving on along, your next performer, we have an amazing poet by the name of Jen. Make all the noise, let them hear it. Keep it clapping. I want to hear a clap all the way to the stage.
Okay, sweet. Can you hear me? Okay, I'll try to talk louder. I have 4 poems. This first one's called All Dogs Go to Heaven. Not for the reason you may think. The hounds howl for each stranger as paramedics pass them through park and place. A chunk in the forked plucked from our split peas hanging in the liminal space. Beyond pitch roofs, rows of canines orchestrate to heed these sirens with a daily grace. Between here and taste, I can only wonder if they ever sway the consumption of fate. This one is about a vegetarian. I'm sure we all have one. The tofu talks to me. It's not a funny poem. The tofu talks to me. In vegetarian office lunch left behinds, I seek my teeth in to the thick strips we frequented, our chili sweet holiday bodega sequences. A taste at the kitchen counter, mixing cabbage fermentations with each crunch and avocado evocation of when we dropped food, not bombs, in Craig Park until the rain or the tops cleared our tongues, armed with holy bottles of veganese and sriracha sentiment, savored nostalgic asides, blanched in citrus sunsets. So when the corporate rep questions if I'm okay with vegetarian, I say yes and I nod, because the tofu talks to me, even if you don't. I don't have a title for this one. This celestial body, born in ancient ruin, too big to take down, leaves us, relics of an imperfect colossus honed by slow deaths, fresh skin peeled back by what time told. Our binding ritual to this decaying effigy, must we be the beauty that flocks to death? The flies, spiders, and butterflies crowded around the garbage can, a couple of blue-tailed skinks, neighbors fucking under the recycling bin. So for all those tarot lovers out there, this one's called The Hangman. In my tarot deck, the hangman isn't that fun little goofy guy hanging upside down by a rope. You would only know that if you looked at the cards. This one is like some dude laying in an abyss of water, just kind of surrendering. So it's more about surrender and less about perspective. So here it goes. Sometimes there's a breakthrough when the case just won't close. The hermetic seal of I'm sorry, half-swallowed saliva stale in my throat. Would a letter have made a difference, with temperance always reversed on my tongue? Clear acts of victim provocation, red crisscross line tight-roped, my remains, the truth in the gorge. Years lost in the uncanny vagary of having been left. Who would I be without these missed connections? Still a hyper-vigilante, checking mail in attempts to meet my own ransom? Or could I be found, guilt-free, an author of lenient sentences, hands at rest upon a manuscript of forgivable mannerisms, swearing off shame? Could I hold the chasm of an unsolved mystery, a content detective distended in the unfathomable? Thank you, guys.
Y'all let Jet hear it. Goosebumps. All right, y'all, we're getting up on the home stretch of this. We have just a few more performers left. No. No. All right, we're gonna keep this moving on along. Your next performer, absolutely amazing musician. I want y'all to give all the love and energy to the room. Make the noise, and give it up for Sam Houston.
Hi. How are y'all? Good. I have a couple of songs I want to play for y'all. Let's see. Let's get oh my god. Probably a good idea to plug it in. Yeah. That did it. Okay, so I have a couple of songs for y'all that I wrote a little while back. This first one is a really sappy love song, and I hope you really enjoy it. On the road I've been traveling for far too long, going from city to city on the plains, looking and searching for my lover, and there you are again. Oh, it feels like I've been looking for a lifetime now, and I'll happily spend the next one with you. You're everything I hoped for, and you're everything I need. Oh, my love, don't you leave. Feels like I've known you for my whole life, even though I know that's not true. Oh, it feels like I've known you for my whole life, and baby, I want you. It feels like I've known you forever, even though it's only been a few weeks. And the more time that we spend together, it's like a new beginning for me. 'Cause it feels like I've known you for my whole life, even though I know that it's not true. It feels like I've known you for my whole life, and baby, I want you. Oh yes, baby, I want you. Thanks. Yeah, in true lesbian fashion, I think I wrote that maybe a week or two after I met that person. Yay! And
this next one I wrote like a while back when I first moved here to Atlanta, and I was going through a really dark time, and this song just kind of came out of that. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. There we go. It's amazing how the hell that you go through fades away. It's amazing how all the shit you thought would last forever, oh, it doesn't mean a thing. No, I never thought I'd be on the other side. It always seemed hopeless, like a night that'll never end. You float alone until you see a light in the distance. It's amazing how everything you thought would crush you fades away again in the light of a new day, and everything that's meant to hurt you grows smaller in the day, grows small and fades away.
so good. That was beautiful. I was starting to tear up over there. That was so amazing. Guys, we just got a few performers left. I want to make a quick shout out to some people. This show is far beyond just me. I could never do it without our amazing volunteers at the tables. And again, we give a round of applause to our volunteers right quick. We have Leah, who has been volunteering here ever since we did the first one of these, and she's been running that screen back there. She is constantly updating the names. She's doing all the behind-the-scenes production. We have Todd doing our music, balancing the guy y'all seen. Think about the fact that there's like someone constantly balancing like a dozen and a half different instruments. Like that is not an easy job whatsoever. Give it up for Wild Heaven for giving us this venue and your bartenders. And Dynamic Eldorado giving us 20% off on all their improv, all their comedy, all their sketch shows, and all their classes. They're doing that for us. That's like a special trans talent show only deal. They're not giving it to no one else. Like, that's fantastic. And I'm going to tell this story right quick. If you've been here before, then y'all have heard this story. I started this last February. All this stuff was happening about trans people in the news, and I was just kind of like, you never see anything positive about trans people. And I was just like, what if, I kind of got like the hair up my ass. I'm like, I'm going to message a venue and see if they would, let me do this. And I messaged Wild Heaven, and I filled out their contact me form on the website, right? I was completely convinced that like there was like no way I was ever going to be able to like afford this, figure out the logistics. I filled out that contact form. It was like late at night. It was like a midnight idea. Like I was high, and it was a stoner thought. The next morning, like 2 hours after they had opened up, the events director, Chris Richards, was like, "Hey, Lauren, we would love to do your trans talent show." She gave me a rate, and it was a one-time fee. And I looked at this one-time fee, and I was like, is there an hourly rate that goes along with it? Like, it was like extremely like you didn't think that that's all there could be, right? And she instantly replies like, hey, this is the sort of event that we want to support and promote within our community. They decided that within 2 fucking business hours, y'all. So Wild Heaven, as I am so thankful they give us this home. Buy beers from them. They have delicious alcohol. They have amazing food. They have some soda and water and sparkling water for non-alcoholic. Tip the fuck out of your bartenders. And we're not gonna do this thing like, I do 18%, but the service was good, so I'm gonna give them an extra 2%. No, tip them 30%. That's what we're doing. If they give bad service, give them 35% for being a Karen, okay? They don't give bad service, they're amazing. All right, y'all, I'm gonna keep this show moving on along. Thank you for hearing my piece. Your next performer, gonna be doing some poetry. I want y'all to give all the energy and love to the room. I want y'all to get so excited right now. Give it up, get hyped, and give it up for B.
I've been writing poetry for about 15 years now, and my mom keeps asking me, when am I gonna make it? I shared a stage with Carl Weezer tonight. I fucking made it, Mom. One of my girlfriends drives a truck. She's not here all the time. She's here tonight, so I'm gonna make her cry. Sorry. This is Crown of Haiku for long distance. A phone to my ear, like a seashell, she speaks. I hear the ocean. Her wheels talk funny, drag their Kentucky accent across my arched back. We love like snipers, firing bullets in the air miles away in bullseye. Her guitar echoes like phantom song by the time I hear her music. We swap books, movies, paper airplanes, build a bridge out of all of it. No one taught me how the new cave of my body would glitter and yearn. This is how I love. A palace of perfect words, a phone to my ear. I don't know why poets always do like the step back. to let you know that they're done, but I'm done. This is selfies with Sasquatch, and then I've got a long one after that, and then we're out of here, promise. I ran out of space on my phone from all the photographs, from all the selfies and all the afternoons I spent letting the lens lick my body clean. These are all new pictures. New portraits in the packed art gallery of my heart. I used to hate how I look in pictures. Somewhere, tonight, in the Pacific Northwest forest, a Sasquatch stops drinking to look at herself in a moonlit pool, and she sees herself clearly. She doesn't have the language for this, but the heat in her cheeks means beautiful. When people took my picture, nobody could get me in focus. Even in my wedding photos photographed professionally, in my best rented tux, I blurred the lens with questions, caught mid-stride, more sighted than seen. In my own dark forest, with my outstretched and angled arm, with my apartment like a new moon, with my body still and in focus, my cheeks get hot. I look less like a monster, more like a girl. It's a groundbreaking discovery, looking at me, knowing it took 30 years to capture. Okay, I don't got a whole lot of time. This is a long one. Settle in. It's been alluded to before, there's a phenomenon in the trans community where trans people only date other trans people. It's called being T for T. This poem is called T for T for T for T for T for T forever. It's 275 AD, and Alexandria holds its burning library like a bad taste in its mouth, drilling cinders of scrolls, stories, maps, and mysteries into the night sky in fat, curling ribbons. It's right now. And I know more about HRT than my doctor. When I have a question, she usually shrugs and tells me to ask around, ask my friends, see what people are saying, and listen to my body. There's no manual, no textbook, no resource we do not make for ourselves. This is what it means to be T for T. Trans for trans, to choose us over who we may have been, to hold ourselves closest, to hold hands with hands that hold us up. If you listen close to my falling breast, you can hear Alexandria. We are all of us bodies of burning libraries, smuggling books with our every breath, from the guitar girl at the anarchist book fair to the man dancing out of his top surgery to the women with only one more year on hormones than me who have so many helpful tips. We all learn by word of mouth. By word of bone and blood and fat distribution, T for T is a promise. It is a bucket of flickering clear water outside the library. It is a manicured fist full of scrolls screaming, "Nothing, lover, will die with you. I will carry your truths to the next town. I will upload your zine to the ether. I will build you a Casa Susana with enough acres to hold the whole of who you were when you're gone. The difference between a museum and a library is the number of still living things you can learn from. Borrow this, give it back, and beg for someone else to find it. We are all alive and we are on fire. We are hoping when we kiss that we don't taste the smoke. The next person to touch me will feel an anthology of ashes and soot, like an arsonist aftermath. They will read my blackened spine like an acknowledgement section. They'll know that none of us could do this alone. Alexandria burned and took everything with it. Consider this your alarm. Call it your first whiff of smoke. I wrote this for us, for us, for us, for us, and for us, so that something about us will be fireproof. Thank you.
Y'all let her hear it! We got 2 more performers left. Can we stick around for 2 more performers? Are we feeling good? We feeling strong? Who is the people that were here on a date? Are y'all still here? Okay. How's the date going? Still woo? Y'all didn't say woo as loud as y'all did last time. What happened? Oh, yeah. Are both one of y'all is cis, one is trans? What's the combo? Both trans?
Non-cis.
What?
Non-cis.
Non-cis. Okay. Both non-cis? Okay, hell yeah. Monogamous? Oh, fuck. There. One shook their head faster than the other. I don't know if that means something. That means the non-monogamy was their idea. You're just along for the ride. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Aren't you glad you sat in the front row? All right, y'all. We're gonna bring our next performer up. She's been filming us all night. She's done this show before. She's extremely fucking talented. I want y'all to give all the energy in the love of the room. Start clapping right now. Get excited. Get excited. Give it up for Lola.
So just a little about me. I am obviously trans as fuck. Happy Trans Talent Show. My first time performing here was right after the whole anti-trans bills got passed, and it was a really hard time for a lot of people, I feel. And my first song is really a reflection of that time. And I hope y'all enjoy it as much as I enjoy playing it, because it really helps me feel a little bit better. My guitar strap snapped, so I'm playing on a loader guitar. It sounds a little bit off today, but I hope y'all still enjoy it. Alright, this one is a little bit different. This one goes out to all the people who didn't know how to love me, and just an ongoing message to them that I hope they're doing well. y'all.
Great stuff. Good. Let her hear it. Y'all, we've reached it. It's the final moment. We've reached our last performer. No! Y'all, I think this last performer is a musical duo. They're amazing. I think if y'all are able-bodied, there's no pressure on this. I think we should like stand up. Let's get to the front a little bit. Are we good with this? Again, no pressure. You know, if you need to sit back, totally cool. But let's get up. Let's have a little fun. Let's have a little party and dance it out, okay? I'll give y'all a few, totally voluntary, but we're not friends anymore. If you don't do it, you're not invited to my birthday party. All right.
That's so easy. Please. You perform so well.
This is cute.
I know my job.
All right, now everyone look to your right and shake hands and introduce yourself. All right, I said introduce, not have a whole conversation. We got a show to close out, okay? This is cute, so I'm gonna take a selfie with y'all, okay? All right, guys. Ronald DeSantis. Oh my God. Great. Actually, one more. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh, nah. Look, if I keep doing that game, like this person's gonna jump the stage and bring up the next performer for me, okay?
Whatever you need. I'm ready.
I appreciate you. Hey, Amanda. I saw the name tag. We don't know each other. All right, y'all. We're going to close this out. Thank you so much for coming out. I want you to give all the love and energy. Give all the hype. Start clapping right now. Get it electric. Give it up for Jamie and Nick.
Howdy, howdy. So my name is Jamie, and this here's my partner, Nick. And we first heard this song at the Trans-Atlanta Social Group. We were just really touched by this country love song, so we decided to just do a little bit. And, you know, you might know it. It's like one of the #1 country songs on the radio these days, so feel free to sing along if you know the words, the chorus. Is it working? And we're testing the second mic.
Test. Okay, here we go. All right, yeah, so we dedicate this song to Jack Twist and Ennis Del Mar. Yes, you know.
Audio problems now.
Please hold.
All right, guys, you want to dedicate that song again?
Do it. Dedicate it.
Oh, we're dedicating it again. Oh, I just have too many syllables, but okay, we're gonna dedicate this again to our favorite cowboys, Jack Twist and Ennis Del Mar.
Something about the way you look in my eyes, like a starry night you light up my sky. Hold me close and then your heart starts to pound. I love that sound, you know I love that sound.
He's bouncing off my booty cheeks, I love the way he rides. I can hardly breathe and he's pumping deep inside. He kisses on my neck and then he kisses on my booty. Call him Daddy while he hollers, and that boy's so damn good looking. can't find the words to say, so I wrote this little note. Kiss the ceiling so you know I've got some time. You got some time too. You've been on my mind, baby. Let me remind you while I lay you down. I can't get enough. I'm stuck in your love. That's fine with me. Nowhere else I wanna be. He's bouncing off my booty cheeks. I love the way he rides. I can hardly breathe when he's bumping deep inside. I kiss him on his neck and then he kisses on my pussy. Call him daddy while I holler, and that boy's so damn good looking. You can be my dream. No, this ain't just a flame. I'm all in, baby. I'm all in. You can be my king. No, this ain't just a flame. I'm all in, baby, I'm falling. He's bouncing off my booty cheeks. I love the way he rides. Barely breathing, he's bumping deep inside. I kiss him on his neck and then he kisses on my pussy. Call him daddy while I holler. Man, that boy's so damn good looking. You got the kind of love I've only felt in my dreams. Baby, oh, you saved me, you're my everything. Now let's get down to business, 'cause I ain't wasting my time. Let's do wait and see.
Y'all get home